time here. I've got my granny shawl on. I love this thing. I got it at Walmart years ago and I wear it all the time. And jammy time too. So anyway, I wanted to go out in the garden with you today. But I had to dig out my back brace, which has actually helped a little bit. I was able to work in the garden and not be totally incapacitated at the end of an hour. So if you have a back problem, you might want to consider working with a back brace. I know they're not comfortable, they're hot, but it did help. So I wanted to share with you today, first of all, a cup of tea. Oop, there you are. Cheers. Thank you for coming and visiting me. But I wanted to take you out into my garden again today because I found something that you might want to do to cover up your chairs, your outdoor chairs. If you don't have the room to bring them inside, if you have a balcony or a patio and you don't have a lot of indoor storage space, I went on Amazon and I got these huge trash bags. They're actually made to line the big trash cans that the garbage people pick up, but I found them perfect to go over my chairs out there and some of the other things that I have, because I don't have room in my garage because I use my garage as a storage unit too. So it just doesn't have the room for the outdoor furniture. So if you would like to come along with me, I need to do some cleaning up in the yard and I'll be back. Out here in my garden again, and look what I found growing in my composter. 2 more avocados that sprouted themselves. And this one, I was really surprised. It's twins. So I got to debug these and I'm going to put them all in the same pot. So that's pretty cool. And over here I still have seedlings that I don't know what I'm going to do with. I may just try and debug them and bring them in. I have tomatoes and peppers and they just never grew. They just kind of sat here. So since peppers are perennials, I'm going to try and cut these back and see if I can't get them to grow in the house. So over here is my little helper. The other 2 went in the house because it's nappy time. So I still have some mint that I want to cut back. This is ginger mint. I already dried some of this. It smells really good. I'm going to try and overwinter this citronella plant. See how that goes. I'm going to put them by a window. I have some succulents I have to put in a different container because this is cocoa coir and I don't think that would do well if I watered it in the house. So over here I still have my bay laurel that I have to plant in this pot. That's going in the house. And then I wanted to share this with you. Online, Amazon, I got these huge trash bags. And they're big enough to cover my chairs. And in the winter, I put all my little bits and baubles in there. And I also put some mothballs to keep the little critters out because I already see one running around here looking for a home. But the reason I wanted to use these trash bags is because they were pretty cheap. I got 50 of them for, I think it was $37. And I want to be able to just throw these away at the end of the winter. I just want to keep the snow and some of the rain off of these chairs. I've had them for a long time. And this is usually what I have to wrestle with. I have these big heavy chair covers and they're all moldy and full of mildew and they're really stiff. So I don't want to store those anymore because there's really nowhere to store them. I don't want to put them in the garage. It just takes up too much room. So this year I'm going to cover everything with trash bags, and it looks all right. The only thing that I won't is my swing. I do have a cover for that, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm getting ready, putting the garden to bed. Now over here I have my little greenhouse, and I'm even going to try and cover the whole thing with a trash bag. I want to just leave the cover on it because, like I said, I don't want to store all this in my garage or in the basement. It's just all too much. So over here is my composter. I'm putting my tomato plants in there already, but look at how nice and black all that is. And there really wasn't any dirt in there. I put eggshells in there, and I put my all my kitchen scraps. I even put a cardboard box in there, and it all deteriorates, so in the spring I'll have plenty of compost for my garden. Now this is a composter too, but I found it very cumbersome to dig everything out from under here. So I got all the dirt out of there, and I'm just going to store some of my pots in here, and it looks decent. It blends in with the surroundings, so it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. I got these stands all painted, all ready for spring. I already put some dirt in there, and in the spring the compost I just showed you will be going in with those. So that's all set up, and I may put some mulch on top of the dirt. I don't know yet. But anyway, my Bradford pear is still standing. It's still green, so I'm going to leave it for now. And that usually does not shed its leaves until late winter. So we'll see how it does. And the rest of the flowers are pretty much almost done. I'm starting to cover up all my furniture. And over here I need to cover all this up. And here in the corner I had some ferns that I had started in small pots during the summer, and I planted them in here. They are perennials. I'm hoping they come back in the spring, but since they're in a container, I'm not too sure about that. But we'll see what happens. I have no room to put them in the dirt, so that's what I did with those. And the garden is pretty much shot. I'm going to pull all those up. I still have one pepper plant that's trying to survive. I think I'm going to dig that up and see if I can't overwinter it. I have a lot of white flies all over the tomatoes, but I did already pull loud motorcycle. Today is a beautiful day here, absolutely gorgeous. So I want to get all this done. But yeah, so the garden's pretty much done. My little pimento plants over there, I may try to overwinter those. They're still doing okay. Yesterday I harvested a lot of parsley. I still have all this oregano that I want to dry. I want to dig up this rosemary, put it in a pot. And my chives, they'll come back next year. So, and over here is my kale. It's still growing some, and all these leaves are from my redbud trees, and they're really huge. So it's like it's snowing here. But other than that, it's getting there. I still have to rake all these leaves, and I think I'm going to use them as top mulch for my pots. And hopefully I get most of it done today. So, the bags worked out great. I have to see how they're going to hold up over the winter. They'll probably get some tears and things in them. but I covered everything with bags. I left this because it was already on there. That's going in the trash next time. I still have to cut down my mint. That's apple mint. I want to try and take a couple cuttings of this fuchsia and this pretty clover. They said you could use it as a house plant too, so I want to see if I can save that. And then everything else I covered with big plastic bags. I still have to tie these, but I can't find my string, so as soon as I do that, I'm going to tie these down so they don't blow off. But anyway, that's done. And these plants here, I'm just going to let nature take its course. So they hear a dog, of course, so now they have to bark. And they've discovered that they can jump on this bench. So they're always, even though it's a small yard, they always discover something new. Alrighty then. Good job, guys. They can see better there. And over here, good girl, Lizzie. Over here, I just left these where they were. And I mean, it doesn't look gorgeous, but it's for the winter. Snow's going to cover it anyway. So that's done. That's covered. Still have to clean up this little stuff. Got my little fountain covered with another bag. And so, yeah, if you can't afford furniture covers, you know, try these big, huge garbage can liner bags. All right, I need to go take a shower and put my feet up because my back is killing me. I shouldn't say killing me. My back hurts. All right, guys. See you next time. All right, my friends. That's all I have for you today. Please consider subscribing and joining our community. We have some really lovely people on here. Have a chat with each other in the comments below. Have a chat with me. I love when you guys do that. I read each and every one of your comments, and I appreciate it so much that you even come to visit me. If you like my content, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow, and it lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content, and it will push out more of my content on the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. Stay healthy. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.